staying with us here on Headlines Now. Now on to the latest on the uniform syllabus. The Tamil Nadu government has now formed a 9-member committee headed by the Chief Secretary to look into the standard of textbooks printed by the earlier regime. As per the directions of the Supreme Court in the uniform syllabus case, the state government has to form an expert committee to review the quality of books and submit a report to the Madras High Court within 2 weeks. And therefore, because the students have not been given a definite syllabus, the faculty of various schools across Chennai have had to resort to activity-based learning for the children. This being the second day since the schools reopened and no consensus being formulated regarding the uniform syllabus as yet. Now, just a year ago, schools had refused to follow Justice Govindarajan's revised fee structure, leading to parents' protests. Now, parents are back to square one with the school fee structure imbroglio, and also parents at Kavi Bharati Vidyalaya in, of course, a certain area in Chennai were on a hunger strike demanding that the school implement the revised fee structure recommended by Justice Raviraj Pandian. Parents allege that the school principal refused to abide by fee structure recommendations and that the protest ended at 2 p.m. Now, a principal promised to meet the parents for another round of talks.
Through to Kavi Bharati Vidyalaya school, it is a CPSE school. Tamil Nadu government has issued an order that CPSE school is also under the act which is passed by the Tamil Nadu Assembly. But the school management is not accepting the government rule and the Chennai High Court order. So they are collecting excess fees, more than the government fees, from the students, from the parents. To collect these excess fees, they are forcing the parents. They are giving so many tortures to the students in the classroom. They are denying to give the books and notebooks in the classroom.
We demand the Tamil Nadu government to immediately cancel the fee structure was fixed by the Justice Raviraj Pandian committee, because they increased the amount rupees 5,000 to 28,000. Definitely it affects the poor people, poor students. Because of that, they have increased 100% to the private schools. It definitely will affect the Tamil Nadu poor people. It's one kind of protest also. Now we have given our demands to the Joint Director of School Education. We immediately to take action for this. Because of that only we assembled here.
Really strong reactions coming out there. But moving on now, a fire broke out in Sriperumbudur today where a paint godown went up in flames within close range of the Nokia factory. Around 6 fire tenders had rushed to the spot and presently have the situation under control. While the area flames have been completely put out, the number injured went up to 3. Our reporter Salim now joins us on the phone line live. Salim, do we know the cause of the fire breakout and what are the extent of the injuries to those 3 people?
Sources from the fire department say that electrical short circuit is suspected to be the cause of fire. However, the case is under investigation. Several lakh of rupees worth properties were damaged in the fire that broke out at around 10:15 this morning. The firefighting lasted for almost 3 hours. Sources say it's a major fire. The fire that broke out soon engulfed the godown where containers of paint have been stocked. The manager on duty noticed the fire and alerted the fire service. Cause of fire and the loss of the property is yet to be ascertained. However, the fire department people say that they suspect that electrical short circuit may be the cause of fire. As of now, the police say that the 3 who suffered injuries were treated and out of the hospital. They are fine now.
All right, Salim, thanks so much for bringing us the latest information on that fire accident in Sriperumbudur. Now, imagine living in the heart of the city and yet not getting clean drinking water. Instead, what's flowing through your pipelines is water mixed with sewage and other impurities. Take a look at this story.
For 2 years, residents of KVB Gardens in Arepuram have been receiving drinking water routinely contaminated by sewage. Residents say frequent complaints to the mayor and the assistant engineer have not helped, and the contaminated water has taken a toll on their health.
Actually, we didn't get the proper water. It's come only 2 or 3 days after. If it is come means it's mixed with little bit of sewage water also. Complaining, but they didn't give any proper answer.
நாங்கள் வந்து கன்சியூமர் பணம் கொடுக்குறோம், பணத்தை வாங்கிக்கிட்டு இவங்க சாக்கடை தண்ணியை வந்து கார்பரேஷன் லைனில் வந்து எப்படி இவங்க மெட்ரோ வாட்டரை வந்து சாக்கடை தண்ணி எப்படி அனுப்பலாம்? இதை வந்து நீங்கள் இங்கே கிளினிக்கில் போய் பாருங்கள். ஏன்னா என்னோடய மிஸ்ஸஸ் வந்து ஒரு 4 டேஸாக ஒன்றும் இல்லை, சும்மா அந்த வாஷ் பண்ணினது தான், வாஷ் பண்ணினதுக்கே 4 டேஸாக வந்து வாமிட்டிங் அண்ட் டிசென்ட்ரி. போன வருஷம் வந்து ஒரு லேடி வந்து காலரா வந்து அவங்க ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் இருந்தாங்க. இவங்க வீட்டில் அக்கா பையன் ஒன்று ஆகியிருக்காங்க. ஒரு ஆள் வந்து செத்தே போயிட்டான். ஆனால் இந்த அம்மா என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, வந்து உட்காந்துக்கிறாங்க. அன்றைக்கி கூட முந்தா நாள் ஃபோன் பண்ணினேன். ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை வந்து 149 டிவிஷன் வந்து 10வது மண்டலத்தில் ஏதோ மீட்டிங் போடுறேன்னு சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க. மீட்டிங்கே போடலை. நான் கம்ப்ளைண்ட் கொடுக்கலான்னு போனேன்.
Passionate and angry complaints pour out wherever you turn. They are upset that small children too suffer the most because of this contamination.
குழந்தைக்கு ஒரு வாரமாக லூஸ் மோஷன் வாமிட் இருந்தது. எதனாலன்னு தெரியல, எனக்கு வாட்டர்னால தான் சொல்கிறாங்க. அதனால் 2-3 நாள் நான் குளிக்க வைக்கிறதில்ல.
When Ndtv-Hindu contacted the Superintendent Engineer South, Chennai Metro Water, he said, and I quote, "We were not aware about this till now, but as you have informed us, we will address it immediately. It is actually the responsibility of the local branches to address complaints. I will inspect it tomorrow itself," unquote. Some of the residents have begun buying water from outside. Others are thirsting for a clean-up drive. In Chennai, with Tanvi Madhusudanan, Kuku Alex for Ndtv-Hindu.
The Reserve Bank of India on Thursday raised its benchmark rates by 25 basis points to 7.50%, hiked reverse repo rates by 25 bps to 6.50% in a move to arrest surging inflation in the economy. Other policy rates such as the statutory liquidity ratio and the cash reserve ratio, the minimum quantum of money against deposits which the banks have to retain as cash or specified government securities, have been left untouched. Our business reporter Ashmit Kumar now joins us live from the newsroom. Ashmit, really do tell us, for the benefit of our viewers, will the EMIs go up because of this move?
Right, Natasha, let's break away from the business jargon now. What is the repo rate? Now, the banking system, as we already know, is a very interconnected system. The repo rate is nothing but the rate at which the banks, your normal banks such as the SBI, PNB, HDFC, borrow from the central bank of the country, that's the RBI. So, indirectly, the RBI, by manipulating the credit rates, the repo rates and the reverse repo rate, can effectively also affect the interest rates at which you and I or the Aam Aadmi borrows. So, coming back to the development that we saw earlier today, that the repo rate was hiked by 25 basis points, which is nothing else but 1/4%. Now, this hike has to be seen in the quantum of hikes that we have seen over the period of past 15 months, which means a hike. The RBI has hiked these important credit rates by 10 times, as much as within the span of less than 15 months. What this really means is that in their move, in RBI's move to contain inflation, which is by limiting supply, which in turn is contributed towards by limiting the money supply within the economy, they reduce the money supply by hiking these credit rates, which effectively means that the loan prices start to get expensive, which means the next time you go out to buy a car, take a car loan or to maybe take a housing loan, that becomes expensive. So that is one thing that will begin to pinch the Aam Aadmi. The EMIs are expected to go up by nearly 2.5%. So that's the picture coming in right now post the RBI's move.
All right, Ashmit, thanks so much for those latest details on that particular information that we've just got in now. All right, well, we're slipping into a short break here on the bulletin, but coming up on the other side, it is entertainment galore. All those Friday movie buffs. Come right back for more details.